Hey, it's me, Tamika James. So, this is my blog. I am sharing with you guys a little piece of my life. I am just letting you know where I'm at and what I'm up to. That's about it. So, I have been home from working at the salon for a little over 2 weeks now, and it's getting more and more weird. I am finding a lot of things to do because I can't see myself just coming home and being quarantined, which is what's going on right now, and just sitting around doing nothing. So I have personally been creating online programs. So my women's conference, we've done that several times over the last 2.5 weeks. And it's been very fulfilling as well because I get a chance to actually pull together a bunch of public speakers or educators that can give information to other people. All the while, I am receiving information myself. So I've been finding those to be very rewarding for myself and for the audiences that have actually been with us. So I can say that that's one of the things that I have actually been doing. Outside of that, I have really been having a good time with making plans for myself. So I have been thinking about whatever is next for me. I really am interested in doing a lot of the online trainings, and I'm talking about doing online trainings for stylists, more online trainings for people who need a lot of different things that I don't even offer. So I think that that's really cool that I can create these programs. And since I've been looking at the fact that I have been a stylist for about 30 years or more, literally, yeah, I've been a stylist for that long. And, sometimes I start to think about what is all of this telling me, because I really do feel like I want to, I've always wanted to have more than one stream of income, which I have created. But I've always said to myself that the streams of income that I really want to be built up really well are those that function without me being present. And that can be a lot of different things. But I just have to say that right now it's a real big eye opener that I am a salon owner and a stylist that cannot work. And I'm glad that I have a few other things that are in place, because being a small business owner, now we have to go and, try to get loans and um, fill out for unemployment and different things. And there's a lot that's going on that's like not what the normal person actually has to do. The normal everyday person just goes to fill out for unemployment. But, it's really tough when you're used to a certain salary, and now you're basically filling out all of these things to try and get money when you always work really hard for what it is that you have. So it's really like trying times right now. But outside of being a stylist, well, no, I'm going to stay with being a stylist. So being a stylist, another stream of income for me right now is being able to create wigs for my clients. So just because I can't physically be there with them doesn't mean that I can't still provide some sort of a service for them. The other thing that I'm doing is also providing online access to me. So my clients are able to get up to 45 minutes for a specific rate to be able to talk to me about whatever it is that they are facing in regards to their own hair. So I would rather for them to get the professional information from me than to be all over the internet just searching and getting random answers. So for me, I'm really excited about helping them in that fashion. And then moving out of just doing regular everyday hair stuff, like I said, the webinars have been really another thing that has either kept me busy or kept some income coming in. So what has really been cool is that all of the webinars that I have done over the last several weeks have been recorded. And what I decided to do was to take those recordings and turn them into replays. So there are people who missed them and they still want to watch them. So I still have the form up that they were purchasing them from, but it now says replay. So there have been some additional sales after they're over. The other thing that I'm doing now is I've converted 2 of them already, and there are many, but 2 of them have been converted to sit in my digital download store. So that is where all of my instructional videos and books and audio pieces are already located. So now they are being placed in that download store. So it doesn't, no one has to actually go and look for them. Like if people were already buying our videos, they'll actually go into the download store and they'll see these replays of webinars. So the replays of the webinars are literally like a full training. So the ones that I've put in there so far are things like, I'm just gonna name one of them. Like I did a webinar to teach people how to do a lace frontal wig. And they are able to go in there and buy it. So the only difference between the regular videos is that a regular video is shot for it to be completely edited, and it is normally, it doesn't have interaction, like people are not asking me questions and I'm not responding to them. So what did happen with this video that I can tell you is that I did do some form of editing. I actually pulled the recording from the place where it went for the webinar, and I did edit out things that just didn't need to be there, but I didn't go in heavy with editing like I would normally go in. And it does have music, and sometimes I will type words on the screen. It does have a little bit of that as well, but I didn't go in as heavy. And I also felt like I didn't need to do that too, because people knew it was live. And the other thing is that when you are live, you have to keep going. Like when I'm shooting a video, if I want to take a break for lunch or something, or my model has to go to the restroom, we can break for any of these things. But when it comes down to a live webinar, which is what happened, I actually just make sure I keep going and I get it completely done. So it's a little different, but I think I actually really like the interaction, because while I was actually performing the service, people were asking me questions and I was able to literally just answer them on the spot and tell them things that I wouldn't normally say in a video, like how much you would charge for the service, and in some cases how you actually remove things or fix different things that are going on, because the video is straight to the point. So normally in a classroom setting, whether it's hands-on or look and learn, that's the place where people get all of the additional information like pricing and ways that you deal with your clients that come into the salon that want the service, the variations of the technique. Those things are done in classroom settings, but with a lot of people are asking these things, and I'm really sitting there answering them. So I think that it's been really cool that I've had this time to create these webinars, which is live, that turns into a replay. Then it turns into an actual video that is now forever going to sit in the download store. So it means that I've been creating content even though it looked like it was just a live webinar. So I think it's great. And I'm going to continue to do more webinars. I'm also working with my Weave Experts team to get them prepared to do webinars. And the funniest thing is that I've been preparing them prior to all of what's going on. And it's beautiful to watch. I have one of my team members that did a live webinar for the first time, and she did a great job, and she's doing another one in a few days. And it feels good to watch them grow and receive the information that I'm giving them in regards to being able to do a webinar. So they are doing them for our team, and they're being critiqued, and they're getting all the scariness out while they are in front of their own team members. And it's a beautiful thing. So, you know, upcoming, I'm going to do more webinars with my own team members, even though I've been working with other people who some I don't even know, never met in my life, and meet them for the first time when they actually join one of my webinar series. So it's been creating great connections in regards to that, because when they join and I've never heard them speak, and I like what they're talking about, or just the way that they flow and, you know, things like that, it tells me like who else I can work with in the future, which is really great as well. So a lot has actually been coming out of this COVID-19 thing, where, you know, we're literally stuck in the house. I went shopping yesterday, which was my first time going out after 2 full weeks. And it scared the crap out of me because, you know, where I live, the numbers are the second highest in the US. So we have the second highest number of COVID cases. We're at over 50, I think it's like 59,000 now, or 55 or 59,000. And this is over the course of a month. And we have 1,932 cases of death in New Jersey alone. So it's really scary out there, because there's got to be something going on why it's spreading so rapidly, and why there are so many people who have passed away from it in such a short time in such a small area. So it just tells me to stay in the house and just be safe as possible, and do what I can to remain mentally sane. Yeah, so that's basically where I am right now. So that's about it. I'll come back and talk to you guys at another time, but I'm doing okay, and I have my moments where I get to feeling like I don't know what's next, because sitting here and looking at the fact that we were some of the first people to be asked to not work, not only be asked, but to be mandated. We were mandated not to work because we cannot abide by the 6-foot social distancing rule. And it just makes me a little nervous in regards to what is going to happen when it's time to go back. I read an article today that was talking about what we possibly may be in for when we go back. And that makes me nervous as well, because it's talking about all of the things that we'll have to do. And I also don't know how soon they will allow us who actually get the closest to people besides being a doctor. So all of us in the cosmetology field, we're just waiting to see what the government is asking of us in the upcoming months. So that's about it. Once again, I will talk to you guys later. And that's my message for now. Bye now.